Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, October 8th, 2025, Aries. Action should be your main priority, especially when it comes to love and romance. You may not be too concerned about what sort of action that you take. Your only concern is that you aren't sitting still at any time. Once you figure out what you want, you're unlikely to stop until you get it. Your power is forceful and it's extreme, so please make use of it. Taurus, a surprise in love and romance is on its way to you. Things are coming full circle and the investment you made is in the realm and finally paying off. Something new is cropping up, but it's in the reality. This is a result of things you set in motion long ago. Be open to embracing the tremendous flow of love and beauty that's coming your way, so please enjoy the day. Gemini, be more aware of your personal appearance and how you're perceived. Make sure that your attire is appropriate for the people you're with and the situation. Fashion is a consideration, so don't look like a slob. You may be urged into a fancy store today where you're talked into buying some new items to spruce up your wardrobe. Cancer, know what you're getting yourself into, especially if it has to do with love and romance. You may be like a fly on a tree branch carefully inspecting the beautiful spider web at your feet. You're tempted to step in on the silky strands, yet once you place one foot on the sticky web, you'll be tangled there for a longer time, maybe even forever. Leo, your heart may be hurt by misfortunes that have befallen you. Thinking about times in the past just pulling up buckets of tears from a well. Don't keep doing this to yourself. It's time to move forward. Your heart is eager to start something new and bring adventure into your life. Use your emotions as fuel for the future instead of restraints of the past. Virgo, you're filled with joy. There's a tremendous wave of love coming your way. Everything involving romance could be taken to extremes. An extreme in the direction of love and boundless creativity means that at some times there will be a dramatic swing in the opposite direction. Today, you only need to concern yourself with the upward swing. Libra, instead of dragging on with something old, tired and worn out, why not start something new? If you refuse to give up on the project that you're doomed to fail, you'll be in it for a long time. You'll find that you're especially true of anything involving music, beauty, creativity and the arts. Redirect your energy towards something that is more promising. Scorpio, social engagements will be your saving grace. Without them, you may be confused and sad about issues that are reaching a climax. In some form or another, you're being asked to make some major transformations. These changes are slow and perhaps subtle, but they're important and need addressing. This is where the help of friends will come in handy. Sagittarius, the intensity should increase around an issue regarding love and romance. Friction is building. Unfortunately, this tension may be unavoidable. It's likely that some of the power struggle is being thrown into the mix, and you might fight for control of your emotions. Try not to get too sucked up into a bottomless pit. Capricorn, let your heart shine. Love surrounds you like a beautiful pink cloud and you can't help but attract people to you. Take romance to a higher level and you'll find that whatever you give will come back to you in tenfold. Your aura glows brightly with emotion, so let it light your way so others could see you. Aquarius, there's a great deal of transforming energy in the air that you should harness and capitalize on. You may be a fan of the diet that you'll start tomorrow. When tomorrow comes and there's a huge meal of pizza, soda and fries, suddenly the diet once again starts tomorrow. Use this powerful energy of today to break out this habit and make a real change in your life. Pisces, you may experience writer's block in every sense of the phrase. Even if you don't consider yourself a writer, for some reason it may be difficult to get even the simplest words down on the paper. Don't get upset. Your verbal juices may not be flowing freely, but they haven't disappeared. Use this time to read other people's work and visit museums for inspiration. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Wednesday, 8th October 2025. Do have yourself a great and wonderful day.
Walk into the Garden of Eden, but my name is not Eve. Good morning and welcome to the morning show. We need to see what our news department has got for us first. We'll be back.
A very good morning to you. Time now for the news. My name is Timothy Polion. A doctor in the house and a new challenge for a 30-year stronghold. The St. Lucia Labour Party has officially launched Dr. Shanda Lee Haraxing as its candidate for Miku South, promising to transform healthcare, boost social services, and bring fresh energy to a constituency held by the incumbent former Prime Minister Alan Shastney.
In the term ahead, I will push for structured programs, open up more regional markets and establish factories right here to process what we grow. Our farmers deserve not only respect for their hard work, but also the chance to turn that work into real prosperity. And to our young people, I love you, I see you. We have invested in training programs, and we have begun opening doors through internships and certification. But we are not finished. I will continue to create opportunities so that when you finish your training, you can step directly into meaningful jobs.
Dr. Haraksingh says she will do everything she can to ensure the playing fields in the constituency are upgraded and outfitted with proper washroom facilities. Senator Gibeon Ferdinand, who ran for the Mico South seat in the last 2 general elections, called upon the constituents to rally behind Dr. Haraksingh. The St. Lucia Teachers Union brought the curtains down on Teachers Appreciation Week with a spirited rally on World Teachers Day Sunday, October the 5th. The event celebrated the vital role of educators in national development while calling for stronger stakeholder support to help teachers fulfill their mandate in an evolving world.
You are sick, go to the doctor. You cannot give or pour from an empty cup. And I recently spoke to a teacher who was affected by the working conditions in the school. And she's speaking to me, Miss, it's hard, you know. Where are you, miss? I'm at the school.
Under the theme Empowering Educators, Strengthening Resilience, Building Sustainability, the rally featured powerful addresses from Union President Vern Charles and guest speaker Perry Thomas, both emphasizing the resilience and dedication required of teachers in today's education landscape. We continue the broadcast with news that educators across St. Lucia were celebrated this Sunday as the nation joined the global community in marking International Teachers' Day. Speaking at the occasion, Education Minister Sean Edward paid tribute to the dedication, resilience, and impact of teachers across the island.
Teaching will forever remain the profession of all professions. It is much more than a job. It is a calling, a vocation. This year's theme, Empowering Educators, Strengthening Resilience, Building Sustainability, speaks directly to our reality here in St. Lucia. It reminds us that the strength of any education system depends on how well we prepare, support, and empower our teachers, not just for today's challenges, but for the future we all are working to build. Our teachers have long shown their ability to be resilient. When disasters and other unforeseen events disrupt learning, you adapt and find ways to continue teaching. When technology gaps or limited resources create barriers, you improvise with your creativity and your care.
Minister Edward highlighted the importance of empowerment and support, stressing that resilience alone is not enough. According to him, by empowering teachers, the government strengthens the very foundations of a sustainable education system and, by extension, a sustainable nation. On Saturday, October the 4th, 2025, at approximately 2:45 a.m., the Dennery Police Station received an anonymous call reporting gunshots at Trualo, Dennery. Teams from the Dennery and Richford police stations responded to the scene. Upon arrival, officers discovered the lifeless body of a male in a drain. The scene was secured and investigations commenced.
The body was later identified as that of J. Colimo, a 24-year-old of Over the Bridge, Dennery. Investigators observed apparent gunshot injury to the body. The deceased was later pronounced dead on the scene by a medical practitioner. A post-mortem examination has been scheduled to determine the cause of death.
Between Friday, October the 3rd and Saturday, October the 4th, the Grosile Police Station conducted a coordinated operation across the district. During the operation, 36-year-old Jamil Jr. Simpson, a Jamaican national residing on Dauphin Street, Grosley, was arrested. Simpson was found in possession of a .380 Glock 25 pistol with 2 rounds of ammunition and does not hold a firearm license. On Saturday, October the 4th of 2025, at about 1:07 p.m., Babonneau police officers encountered a male along Kako Road who threw rocks at their marked vehicle, causing damage. Officers attempted to restrain him and a police firearm was discharged, resulting in a non-fatal injury. The individual was transported to the OKEU hospital in a stable condition. And on Sunday, October the 5th, 2025, at approximately 8:10 a.m., Grosley police received the report of a shooting at Mont Sepin in Grosley. The victim was identified as 35-year-old Neil Peter of Mont Sepin, was pronounced dead at the scene. A post-mortem is scheduled and the Major Crimes Unit is handling the investigation. That's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Mental health, so many things around us. It's all designed. There's so many things. Did you know hibiscus has a lot of properties like healing and beneficial health properties? Well, look it up and find out. But let's segue a little bit. Khaja J is on the island as an international person within the arts and, of course, directly involved in mental health as well. And they're having a series of events. Now, the second of that series is on, and it's a mental health convention, sort of. And that is happening. That is happening very soon, actually. Let's find out some more. I'm here with Khaja J. I mean, the last time we connected, we were making the link, and we're continuing to drive that, making the link between mental health and artistry.
That's right.
Right. And the last time we zeroed in on one event, that was the first in a series of 3. And we promised that we were going to keep the ball on. We're going to be coming back as the events unfolded to keep up with it, but also to keep the awareness. One, to make the conversation a lot more lighter, to try to remove as much as possible the stigma attached to the whole mental health and what we're dealing with when it comes to that. So Khaja right here is an expert in both areas. And we are talking about the mental health. The second part of the series is coming up on the 12th, and that is the mental health. Come talk to me.
Yes. So I love that you said the stigma that we have, we're trying to separate from us. So our event is actually called Breaking the Stigma. And it is a mental health event. It's actually a convention. We're featuring some of the best counselors on the island. You know how we do.
Yeah.
Just like the previous Halloween St. Lucie, we had the best choreographers, dancers. And so, yes, we're diving in. We will have breakout room discussions. We're going into many different topics, some about emotional intelligence, which we're still getting into in the Caribbean. Some about relationships, platonic, romantic, just familial, every kind of type. Okay. And yes, we will also be featuring artistry as well at this mental health event. So luckily, we're at CCS, Compre. You already know the vibes. We will have some of their students performing. We might have some performance poetry, some dance, but all in relation to mental health, right? So that is it.
Right. Now, Khaja, we got to delve in a little bit more on you personally, because this is your area, your entity. You are living, practicing, executing. You've got experience in how these two enhance each other. And that is why you're so passionate about bringing this together so persons can understand the cohesiveness between the both. And hence, this particular rollout of all of this program. Let's zero in a little bit more about your experience within that field and exploring, how they work together hand in hand.
Love that. So I am a behavior analyst. I was a certified behavior analyst for about 8 years before I retired. I transitioned into becoming a life coach so that I can expand my reach. And then I became a more focused mental health advocate. I've also helped some, as I mentioned last time in our interview, some corporations, some associations embed mental health into their work, into their meetings, into their conversations. Outside of that, in the artistry realm, I'm also a choreographer. I've been a choreographer and creative director for about 14 years, and I've worked with a lot of artists in different countries. I've helped dancers become professional dancers, and I would book them for tours, shows, things. And so, with those two hand in hand, I do love to incorporate mental health in my classes. I like to make sure that all the dancers, all the creatives are supported and they feel like they have a safe space wherever they are. And when I speak to organizations and the youth, it is the same thing. I feel like we don't have as many safe spaces as we can. So that is why we're creating them. And that is why I'm creating them. And that is why we are outside today.
Absolutely. Now, the world of dance and the industry, for want of a better term, let's put it together under the banner of the industry. The industry, persons involved heavily in the industry, normally copes or have to cope, or they go through a lot of mental health issues, because it's a very charged environment. Whether it's as an artist, a performing artist, a booked performing artist, dancers, normally within that space, there's a lot that goes with the pressures that goes with executing and being the best, and the competition, the comparison within that scope normally leads to a lot of mental stress and trauma on a lot of the persons involved in that area. So you being there, you would have seen that, experienced some of that as well, and I guess that would have prompted the link between the two. That's how you discovered or were able to expand so much more on the relation between the two, eh?
Yes. And I'd like to say, if it wasn't for dance, if it wasn't for movement and creation, I wouldn't be here today. We would not be here today. It has helped me transmute. It has helped me personally heal through a lot of difficult scenarios and situations that I've experienced in my life. So it is also the same for other dancers, creatives, artists, everybody. So yes, that is the connection between the two. And also myself and Emma Rosa, we are both co-directors of Dancer Safe Space. So we do focus on creating a safe space for individuals. Also, there's a lot of misconduct that is experienced. Trigger warning, there is some sexual misconduct, there is financial misconduct, there is emotional misconduct, there's manipulation. It happens everywhere. It's not even unique to the artistry industry, to entertainment, it's everywhere. So I think it's very important for us to have these conversations, break the stigma, and become more comfortable with being real about what life really is and how we can change that.
Right, briefly, let's go. The 12th, we're going to be here at CCSS. From what time and how can one be a part of it?
Yes, so it is October 12th, 2 to 6 p.m. It is free admission. So we're saying calling all students, calling all teachers, calling all caregivers, calling everyone, change makers, everyone. Come here, experience the event. You can ask questions in our Q&A. So we'll have a Q&A panel. So we'll have psychologists, counselors, myself, and Sir Mox, Jamal Mox Bruce, will be mediating that entire situation. So come, ask questions. Feel free to exist. Feel free to use that space as a resource for your own healing and development.
That said, where would you be on the 12th? Between 2 and 6. I hope you're going to join them here. And hopefully I'll be here as well. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you.
This coming Saturday is going to be is it the 3rd, 4th, or 5th? Anyway, it's Mele, and it's on again. So Rafferty is definitely keeping the ball rolling and sticking to the commitment that he made towards contributing towards breast cancer. So Mele is on again this Saturday, Bay Gardens Conference Room. We are going to be there. Portia told us all about it. So I hope you'll be joining us. I'll see you then. Here with Portia Gustav. Now, the last time we connected with Portia on the Rafferty banner, she hosted the Mele, and it was a wonderful, she did such a remarkable job at hosting this. So it's back on again with a twist. And we have committed to lending our support on the morning show and as DBS to everything in the month of October. That is, lending to the awareness, raising funds to pour back into breast cancer to be more exact. So Mele is on again. Portia is here to share all of the information. There's a couple of things that are new on this year, and Portia is going to enlighten us. Portia, how are you?
I am good, Maureen, and all thanks to you who decided to bail. Now I have the new delegated title of hostess for Mele.
I'm glad I did, because trust me, when I went to the event and I saw how eloquent she was, I said, but she's supposed to be doing that. So you did an awesome job. So I'm glad. Everything happens in divine order.
In divine order.
Absolutely.
That's right. So this year, Mele 2025, our new slogan is, it's not just awareness, it's action. All right. So we're not just coming to create an awareness, but we're also going to bring about an action where we're going to educate persons even more about breast cancer and, the signs, the symptoms, and we want the men to also come out because it's not just women with breast cancer, Maureen. And a lot of people think that it's only women and girls, but men can get breast cancer too. And we want them to know what to look for. So this year with Mele, we decided to bring about a little twist. We have 2 sessions. Right. So this Saturday, October 11th, at the Bay Gardens Hotel, the Bougainvillea Conference Room to be precise, we are from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're going to have screenings, bra fittings, the whole pop-up, a nice health screening pop-up where persons could come and get information, get your checks, blood pressure checks and everything, just keeping that healthy thing going because all of these things affect women and men when it comes to breast cancer. So we're having this pop-up on Saturday, the 11th of October. And then we have a really nice time for persons again on November 1st at the Harbor Club. And that's where we have our tea party and auction session. Right. So if you want to come and, just donate, be part of this. There's going to be a lot of information again from healthcare persons, and we have a few items for auction to raise funds for persons who need the attention with where their breast cancer is concerned. So, and we have quite a few items, and I know Maureen will be able to sell those items. So yes, that's what it is. We broke it down into 2 so that persons could get a lot more information, and we could create that awareness and action towards getting a smaller amount of persons being diagnosed with breast cancer at the later stage.
Right. To get them the assistance that they need. It is always such listen, financially, it's not the easiest thing when you know you're diagnosed. I mean, if you have money just sitting down there, you have people and you can go and say, well, we need that, and you have that kind of support. But a lot of people, unfortunately, don't have that. So, being able to pour into the entities who support persons in a time is very, very vital. And normally, Mele makes donation to Faces of Cancer.
Faces of Cancer is one of the groups. We also have the Cancer Society. And we have a few persons that we really wanted to work on raising some funds for. Sadly, one of them have passed away. Okay. But I'm sure with the funds that we will raise from the 2 events, we will definitely be able to help somebody else because there are always people in need. Certainly. And, that step to creating that would be a lot for them.
Okay, so Saturday we on the 11th, and then we on again on November
1st.
Right, but just put out where can we find and follow everything Mele. We're online.
Okay, so we are online. We're on social media. You could follow the page on Rafferty Inc. and Mele. All the information will be there. You could look out on your friends' social media posting. You will find it because we have lots of flyers that we are blasting. So definitely just look out for the information. PSAs will be placed out there. So definitely we're trying to create that action and not just awareness.
I love it. Thank you, Portia, and I look forward to seeing you on Saturday as well.
Very much
Wonderful.
So. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome to your Holistic Path to Wellness with Dr. Tanya Bobran. Let's talk belly bloat. I know that you're sometimes frustrated by that stubborn belly bloat, even when you're eating healthily and exercising and doing everything you think you can do that's healthy. I just want to know you're not alone. Bloating isn't just uncomfortable, it can be really draining, and I know that from first-hand experience. It even shakes your confidence and make you feel like your body is working against you. But often, bloating isn't a real problem. It's a message that your body is sending you that something deeper needs attention. I just want you to remember something. bloating, and stubborn belly fat are really just about what you eat or how much you move. They're often the result of a chain reaction inside your body, and it starts in your gut. Your gut is home to trillions of organisms, microorganisms. And when they're in balance, your digestion flows, your energy level is amazing, your inflammation stays low. But when that balance is disrupted by stress, poor sleep, nutrient deficiencies, infection, even food sensitivities, your digestion will slow down, gas will build up, and even some form of inflammation can then trigger water retention and then fat storage around your midsection. In functional medicine, we look at deeper. Instead of asking, what can I take to make this go away? I ask, why is this happening in the first place? That means looking at your gut health, looking at your hormones, your stress levels, your environment, your sleep patterns, nutrient status, and more. And sometimes, the answers are incredibly simple. Eat more fiber from vegetables, from fruits, from peas and beans to feed the good bacteria in your gut. Ensure that you drink enough water because your digestive tract needs water to do its job. It needs liquid, fluid. So you need to drink enough water. Many of us eat way too quickly. So if you start to consciously eat slowly, chew your food thoroughly, and avoid constant snacking, your digestion has time to reset and your body actually breaks down the food and absorbs the nutrient it needs. And finally, support stress. High stress levels can actually impact how the gut works and can increase bloating. When you take this functional medicine whole body approach, you start to notice more than just a flatter stomach. You'll feel lighter, you'll have more energy, you'll sleep better, you'll have less brain fog, you'll think clearly, and you have more energy for the things that you love. I want you to remember, you are more than a symptom that needs to be silenced, more than a number on the scale, more than a prescription, more than a lab test. Your body is talking to you through your energy levels, through your digestive system, and in functional medicine, we are ready to listen, to get to the root cause and not just reduce the bloat with a prescription, but actually look at why it's happening so that you can reclaim your energy, your confidence, and your joy.
There's persons that said, I met person and she said, you know what? I'm always looking forward to see where next. And I said, where is she? They're always looking for the nice spots in which we find ourselves. Let me see if you can figure out where we are this time around. So this is one for you, a homework for you. But that's our show. I'd like to pick up the guys in the market, the guy with the white van, I think it's Chris, in the market area, and the ice cream guy in the market. So they're always tuned in every morning to the morning show on GBS. I want to shout you guys out and everybody else, all of the full-time viewers of the morning show. Remember, we love you and we appreciate you. And again, a call to action, if there's anybody within your area, any part of St. Lucia that you believe might be a nice fit, that the rest of St. Lucia should find out or know about them, feel free to contact us at DBS. We'll be more than happy to cover their story as part of the morning show. Go on out and be good today. Have a wonderful and awesome day. And we'll catch you again tomorrow.